If you need investment advice, get in touch with Rohan Gavaskar. He has this knack of getting things right. 158. So how do you do these things, sir?
See, Manish, I'll tell you one thing. There's only one way to go now from here. You get it spot on in your first guess. The only way to go is down. Because this can't be topped. So from here on, henceforth, do not ask me for predictions because I want to stick to my 1-0 record.
Retire when you're on a high.
Yeah, just on the top. 100% record for 2024.
A quick look at the summary will tell you what happened with Afghanistan. It wasn't a great start for them. They were 33 after the power play, 57 after the first 10. But in the back 10, because of this big partnership between Nabi and Omar Zai, they've managed to go up to 158 for 5 in their 20. Largely a good bowling outing for the Indians. But in the second half, they went after Ravi Bishnoi. Who would have thought that Ravi Bishnoi, who's been in terrific form up until now, would go for so many runs? Perhaps the nature of the beast, this format?
I think the nature of the beast, and I think the way the ball was sort of, I felt Bishnoi didn't, I thought Axar bowled very intelligently given the conditions of the pitch. The fact is there was no turn and offer at all. So he just stuck to sort of, chasing them and just making sure that he was not giving them an arc to hit. I think Ravi was a bit more ambitious in the way he bowled, and therefore they could pick him up and hit him on leg side very easily.
Yep.
And whenever he strayed a bit wide, they went for the cut. So I think he just gave them a little bit more, but overall I thought it was a very given. Think of this bowling attack. I mean, potentially none of these 5 bowlers could be playing for India.
Yeah.
If you look at it, there's a first 5 ahead of them.
Yeah.
And then you look at what they've done today, I think it's a very good performance.
A bit more on Ravi. Rohan, he was clocking the high 90s in this game. In fact, one delivery was 100 plus as well. Is that the right speed for him? Or do you reckon he needs to toss it up a little bit?
No, he's always bowled flat and quick through the air. This is something we spoke about at the start of, before the start of the innings, that the conditions, the prevailing conditions may not be suitable for spinners.
Yep.
Now, it's different for a finger spinner, it's different for a wrist spinner.
Yeah.
For a wrist spinner, it may have been cold. I'm not making excuses for him, but may have been a little tougher to sort of get the grip, get the right accuracy as he would have liked in these conditions.
Yeah.
And that's why he got a bit of tap. Also, the fact that he came out to bowl in the 11th over.
Yeah.
Now, at the end of the 10th over, at 57, they would have had a chat, in that drinks break saying, listen, we've got to do something over here. We've got to be a little aggressive. Yeah. So then now you know that there's no first gear, second gear, third gear. Now it's only fourth gear for the Afghan batsman. And that's what happened. So you're going to target a bowler. Unfortunately, from Ravi's point of view, he was the bowler targeted and he got a bit of tap.
Yep, the innings progression will tell you that suddenly there were a couple of big skyscrapers in the back 10. That's where they scored at 9.6 between 11 and 15, and then upwards of 10 in the last 4 as well. The 15th and the 16th over, very, very expensive. Surprised that Bishnoi didn't bowl in the first 10, or is that how Rohit Sharma looks at Bishnoi if he has to play in the World Cup?
Exactly. I don't even think it's Rohit Sharma's decision. I think they've looked at it as a team and the strategy, and they said that, okay, if you see the bowling, very interesting how they bowled it up. Arshdeep bowled up front, Mukesh bowled 2 up front, then Axar came in for 1. Yeah. They tried to make sure, then Shivam Dube bowled 2, okay, went for 9, just 9 runs, but didn't come back after that. So what they were trying to do was, can Shivam Dube give us 2-3 overs in the middle overs? Yeah. Because if he can, then perhaps his name is there. Tomorrow, maybe not as a frontline player, but as a backup. If something happens to Hardik, he's there.
Yep.
Okay.
You're seeming all-rounder.
Exactly. So they are now ticking off and saying, let's test all these guys in their various positions.
I suppose what they want to test in Akshar Patel is whether he can be bowled in the first half of the innings, and that's what they did today as well. When Afghanistan were 57 at the end of 10, Akshar had already bowled 3. Look at his figures, 11 dot balls. Rohan, this guy, as far as white ball cricket is concerned, he is really pushing Ravindra Jadeja.
Look, he's fabulous, and I think India, and we are blessed to have so many options now in white ball cricket. When you look at we spoke about the wicket-keeping options that we have. You've got 2 in this squad in Sanju and Jitesh. Then Ishan Kishan, KL Rahul, and if Rishabh Pant comes back, it's Rishabh. So these are all high-quality players. You can't be looking at one saying, oh, is he, okay, because there are 4 injuries, he's playing. Yeah. Everyone who's from those options are all, deserving and on merit. It's, there used to be a time back in the 70s where you had the quartet of spinners. And then you had two bowlers like Rajinder Goel and Padmakar Shivalkar who didn't get a chance because there weren't so many opportunities, right? And for play, there wasn't so much cricket being played. If you take those 6 bowlers, the quartet and these two and put them in 2023, all 6 would have played for India. It's similar over here. You've got these options who are all deserving, but maybe some get a few more matches, few less matches because just the fact that you can only play one wicket-keeper batsman.
Yes, and when Ravindra Jadeja comes back into the scheme of things, I suppose it won't be easy for him to walk in because Akshar has continued to deliver the numbers across formats in the last year and a half.
He has, but I think Ravindra Jadeja just as a fielder, he's a talismanic fielder and he just adds so much to the team that, he's again a triple threat as they say as a player, as a batsman, as a bowler, as a fielder, and he's like a threat as a fielder.
Ravindra Jadeja is the best thing on grass since Bob Marley.
Quote him on that, that's a brilliant one.
We will move on. It's a bit of a tricky one for me. Mukesh Kumar is the man we shall focus on. A couple of wickets for him as well. And we promised you that Joy has a story on Mukesh Kumar. Today he picked up the wickets of Azmatullah as well as the very dangerous Mohammad Nabi, who was batting on 42 of 27 3-6s that man had hit. So Mukesh Kumar once again delivering the goods. But it takes a stroke of luck to be able to find such a player.
No, absolutely. I remember I was first told this story by Joydeep Mukherjee. This was the Vision 2020, where Bengal was trying to search for a fast bowler and they bought in Waqar Younis. But Waqar Younis obviously comes in the last day where he has 10-20 people to look at. So before that, there were 300-odd bowlers bowling. And Joydeep was almost done with the net, so he was walking out and this kid comes up and says that I haven't got a chance, can I get to bowl? And Joydeep says, look, it's over. And he says, look, I've come all the way from Bihar, please allow me. So, if somebody comes all the way, so he allows him a couple of balls and he saw something there. In fact, he didn't even have proper trainers. He didn't have proper spikes. So he was given that, bowled. He saw something and told Ranadev, who was doing the next session the next day, that, pick this kid up. This guy could do something. Ranadev picks him up and brings him for the final day to Waqar. Waqar says this guy has something. He was so weak at that point, he could barely do one push-up. He was undernourished, as they say, malnourished. And from then on, the current Indian physio was then the physio of the Bengal team, Kamlesh Jain. They worked on his diet, they worked on his fitness, they worked on everything. Within a year and a half, he played for Bengal, and then after that, the journey. But, I was just saying that you will look at him, and there's this very popular film doing the rounds right now called 12th Fail. Okay? And if you see 12th Fail, all the characters out there's somebody who picks a guy out of Gwalior station, takes him to Delhi. There's somebody who does that. It takes a village to make a star. Mukesh Kumar does not happen overnight. It takes so many people on the journey who are just there and helping, not because they're friends or they're relatives, but just because they want to do good. And that's how stars are made. You don't be, has Mukesh Kumar proud of him making it by himself? Of course. But could he have made it without these interventions? Very difficult to say.
Wow, such a great story, and I'm sure and I hope we'll see a lot more of Mukesh Kumar for India in the months and the years to come. There's another man who is himself an epic story for Afghanistan, Mohammad Nabi, on paper 39 years of age, but this guy is aging like fine wine.
Float like a butterfly. Sting like
Nabi. Well done.
Well, he did sting all right today. 3 6s, 2 4s. And it's this innings that really allowed Afghanistan to reach where they did. If not...
Again, the experience that he has. Whether it's playing in leagues across the world in this format, he's a quality player. The fact that he's been in leagues around the world, as Joy was saying, for so many years. You can be part of the Big Bash, you can be part of the IPL, you can be part of the CPL, whichever league for a season or two, and then, you may not be there. But to be part of these teams and these leagues where you've got, the cream of the cream playing for so long tells you the quality of the man.
And there's no field that this man can't clear.
No, absolutely. And you look at it, London Spirit, Melbourne Renegades, leave alone Sunrisers, Hyderabad, where he had low. My only beef with Afghanistan has been for a very long time that I think they bat him too low. I think he's a far more competent batsman, and when you come in at 6, 7 or 5 as he came today, sometimes you just don't get enough opportunities to impact the game. And I think that's one of the problems they have. He is a very competent batsman. He's a very, very technically good spinner. He's a test match off spinner for me. He's really, as a off spinner, he's probably, in my book, I mean, leave Rashid Khan aside, their only test match level bowler that they have who can really bowl for a 5-day match.
And he
I
was
think he bats so low down the order, Joy, because he is the Afghanistan team's banker.
Yeah, he's their rocket.
Banker. If you need quick runs towards the end, he can do it. If there's a bit of a collapse, he can come in and maybe just sort of steady the ship a little bit. So he's their banker. And I think that's why he bats slightly low.
So he's sacrificing his own this thing for the sake of the team.
Yeah.
Because obviously his stats will not look great if you're
Yeah.
playing in situations like that.
Now with just 158 on the board, and that too was possible because of a 68-run partnership between Nabi and his middle order partner as well. 68-run the partnership that got them to 158, 159 to chase for India. No Yashasvi Jaiswal, and that means Shubman and Rohit. But when you're chasing 159, is it one of those tricky, needling?
Yeah, it is.
Those totals which...
Without doubt. Because you need to get 8 and over.
Yeah.
If you're going at you're chasing 185, 190, there's only one way you're going to bat.
Yep.
8 and over with how these modern batters bat and the ability to hit sixes and fours, with ease, with all that they practice for, their power hitting and all of that. You think, okay, even if you need to get 10 or 12 in the last 5, we can get there, and then that can make it a little tricky. If you're chasing 120, you bat 20 overs, you're done. This could get a little tricky, but we spoke about this, Rohit Sharma 2.0.
Yeah.
He's not going to change that.
Yeah.
If he didn't change that in the 50-over format, he's not going to
change it for 20.
He's not going to change it in the 20-over format.
Yeah.
So he'll be going hell for leather. Shubman Gill will be thinking, listen, this is an opportunity. Yashasvi Jaiswal is, not there, but we know what Yashasvi can do. I've also got to show them. He's a class act. Yeah. And then again, I don't think it can be a tricky chase, but I don't think it will.
Also, without Rashid Khan, of course, the bowling force isn't as potent as it would be if he was around, and the kind of pace that Afghanistan will offer perhaps will work very well for Rohit Sharma and Shubman Gill. The ball will come on nicely.
I know. I'm totally with Rohan. I mean, Rohit 2.0 will bat like Rohit 2.0. Interesting will be how Shubman approaches this. Remember, this is home ground for him.
Yeah.
It's home ground for him, big day, and it's really going to be interesting how they approach this complete issue.
I've just been told Rohit Sharma is out now. Run out, was furious when he was walking off. So I suppose we'll end this conversation very quickly now that Rohit's out. Quick prediction, power play?
Power play? Yeah. I told you I'm not doing any more predictions.
He's retired. So
I've retired.
I'm still going to go high, 51.
Okay, I'll go with 60. Ooh, we'll see. I was at 142, almost got it right. But I've been told...
Almost.
16 runs off, almost got it right.
6-0 in the first 6. 60 in the power play.
Yeah, but you said you almost got it right with...
142.
And they scored 158.
He goes 2 overs, no.
158, 142.
You
need to get into politics.
I almost got 90% in my ICSE.
Almost got it right.
Almost got 90%.
Let's pretend I didn't say that. I got a bit disturbed because Rohit Sharma got run out. I've just been told. Wrap up now. So we'll end the show. And we'll see you at the 10 over mark on Cricbuzz Combox. 60 in the power play. Bye for now.